Namaste. Welcome to class. In today's class, we will contemplate on what it means to be still. So, stillness is the most integral part of yoga practice. And it's not the stillness that we think it is. Most of us may think stillness means you have to not move. That's not the stillness I am referring to. Stillness is where the fluctuations of your mind comes to a standstill. So our mind is constantly thinking of something that happened in the past, or some ideas, or something that's that could potentially happen in the future. So it's always fluctuating from one thought to the next thought to the next thought, right? As soon as we wake up, we start thinking of all the stuff that we have to do. We have to rush out of the house. Maybe if we have kids, we have to get them ready, and then worry about if they're going to make it to school on time, or worry about, are they doing well in school? And then we worry about all these projects that we have to do at work, perhaps, or at home. So there's this. When we are brushing our teeth, for example, we might be thinking of all these things we have to do. And all of those thoughts are creating a lot of fluctuations in your body, right? Because if you're thinking of all the things, most of the time our thoughts are thoughts that are not necessarily beneficial. It's stress-inducing thoughts, right? We are most of the time worrying about something. So stillness is where we observe that these things are happening in the present moment when we are doing something else, like brushing our teeth or cooking our food. So rather than staying present to the actual experience of cooking, which is cutting the vegetables and noticing how great it feels to have those vegetables available to you, being able to cook, noticing how great it is to have that stove available to you, the pots and pans available to you. So finding gratitude in each experience, in each moment, is not something we are taught to practice. And the more we come into the present moment is where stillness occurs. So that's the stillness. It's not that you're not doing anything, it's just that your mind is losing its control over you. Your mind is becoming more still and in tune with what is actually happening in the moment. So I invite you today to practice stillness. As we float through the yoga postures, notice where the mind is going. Notice the judgments that might be coming up, the discomfort that comes up. Notice all of that, and then let that go. Come back into your body and find stillness. Be with the experience that's unfolding for you right here, right now. So let's begin today's meditation by bringing our legs up the wall. So we will bring our hips as close as possible to the wall, and then let's take the legs up. You may have to scoot the hips up forward a little bit more so you can get a little closer to the wall. And once you come up, relax your arms alongside you. So you can take your arms away from your body to allow the shoulders to fully relax. Also, use a blanket if you feel uncomfortable under your head, so your neck has a little bit of support. Once you find yourself in a comfortable position, take a deep breath in through the nose and exhale with a sigh. One more deep breath in through the nose. exhale, let it out. And this time, take a nice long inhale through the nose and exhale through the nose. And keep that soft gaze or even close your eyes. Begin to relax your face, relax your eyelids, relax your cheeks. And bring the awareness to the belly. Notice the rise and fall of your belly with each inhale and exhale. So now you're no longer trying to control your breath or manipulate your breath. Just flowing with the natural rhythm of your breath. Noticing how that breath shows up in your belly. If the mind begins to wander, it's perfectly normal. Notice that it has wandered and bring the awareness back to the breath, back to how that in-breath and out-breath shows up in your belly. And let's bring that awareness to our chest area, our heart center. Just take a moment to notice how you're feeling in that area today. Are you feeling a little tight? Do you feel any tension? Do you feel a sense of struggle? Or do you feel more gratitude, more spaciousness, a sense of awe? Or maybe it's neutral. Whatever it is that you're feeling, just notice and let that go without attaching to anything that you may have felt. Bring the awareness to notice how the in-breath and out-breath now shows up in your chest. And release that awareness take a scan of your entire body from the tip of your toes all the way up to the crown of your head. Begin to connect with your body. Let's slowly transition to wide legs. So we're going to bring both legs out to the sides, away from each other. Stay here for a few breaths. Once again, no tension in your upper body. Take a few deep breaths if you need to release tension that may come up occasionally when you're in this posture. Notice where you're experiencing the stretch. Let's walk the feet back towards the center. And then flex the toes towards you. And then flex the toes away from you. Do these a few more times at your own pace. Nice. Let's bend into our knees and then turn to one side and come up to a seated position. So let's come into Sukhasana. So Sukhasana is the easy pose. So we want to be comfortable in this posture. If it's extremely uncomfortable where your knees are up here and you find it difficult to sit up, you can always place blocks underneath, and then over time it'll start to feel more, you'll start to feel more ease in this posture. Okay, so let's walk the fingertips forward, coming into a forward fold. Reach through the fingertips, but continue to glue those hips down towards the mat. Take a deep breath in through the nose. And as you exhale, melt that chest down towards the floor. Inhale, create space in your back body. Exhale, release, let go, surrender to this moment. One more inhale. Exhale. Let's walk the hands back to the center. And if you have the left leg in front of you, bring that right leg forward. If you had the right leg in the front, then bring the left leg forward. So we'll walk the hands forward again, coming into forward fold. Not lifting the hips away from the mat, but lengthening through the back body, the arms, the fingertips. And take a deep breath in, feel the air rising into your chest, your back. And as you exhale, letting go. Inhale, feeling the upper body expanding, front to back, left to right. And exhale, surrendering to this experience, however it's showing up. One more inhale. Exhale. And let's walk the hands back to the center. Extend that left leg out to the left side, so the right foot is in towards the left inner thigh. Okay, so we'll walk the left hand down the left shin. Right arm comes up with an inhale. And as you exhale, lean towards the left toes. So we want to open up that right shoulder. We don't want the shoulder to roll forward. And find stillness in your posture. Notice where you're experiencing the stretch and staying present with it. Notice what you need to do in this posture. Maybe if you don't feel anything, you may need to go a little bit deeper. Or if it's pain that you might be experiencing, maybe it's too deep, maybe it's past your edge. So come back a little. So that's something that you would continue throughout the class, noticing, observing what is beneficial for your body and adjusting according to that. One more breath. And release, come back to center. Place that left hand on your right knee. Right hand goes towards the back. Let's inhale, begin to lengthen that spine. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. One more, inhale. Exhale. And with the next inhale, come back to center. Send that right leg out to the right side. Sitting up nice and tall. Let's begin to walk the fingertips forward. Go as far as it feels good for you. And if you're stretching your hamstrings for the first time today, this morning, or whenever you're taking this class, be mindful. Okay, we don't want to go so forcefully into a posture that we lose sight of what could cause hurt or injury to us. So transition into this posture or find your edge slowly, mindfully, maybe holding for 3 breaths, and then going a little deeper for the next 3 breaths. So with the inhale, focus on expanding that upper body again, feeling the air traveling through the hamstrings, through the back body, feeling that space being created. And as you exhale, letting go, folding, letting the chest melt down towards the mat. With the next inhale, rising back up. Let's bring that left foot in towards the right inner thigh this time. Going to walk the right hand down the right shin. Left arm comes up with an inhale. Exhale, leaning towards the right toes, taking that gaze up towards the left armpit. So one thing that helps for the mind to be still is to find stillness in your body. That's the beginning of the practice. So this is why we meditate. We don't recommend moving around and meditating until you realize what stillness is. And then once you recognize what it is, you can become meditative in your daily experience regardless of what you're doing. But initially, it really helps to find stillness in your body, to allow the mind to relax and connect. And this way, the mind also becomes still. So notice where your mind is going in this stretch. And if it went away to a different fantasy world, bring it back to where you're feeling the stretch. Find gratitude in this moment that you're in. With the next inhale, come back to center, arm comes down. Let's extend that left leg out. And as always, please feel free to use the blocks when we are going into forward folds. If you find it really difficult to fold down, maybe you can, let me just show you what you could do. Even though I don't necessarily use it sometimes, if you've been taking my class for a long time, you know it's a great prop to help us find the posture that's ideal for our body. So you could always stay here this way. You could come into forward fold this way. Or maybe you like to do this. So there's multiple options so that we can hold the pose for a little bit longer than usual. So coming into the forward fold, maybe going a little deeper than you did the first time we did this wide-legged forward fold. As you come down, don't lose sight of why you're practicing yoga. There's no competition, there's no comparison. Find your edge and breathe. Let's take 5 more mindful breaths. And slowly come back up, taking your time. Okay, let's bring that left foot in towards the right inner thigh, and take that left hand towards the back, right hand goes on the left knee. Inhale, begin to lengthen your spine. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. One more inhalation and exhalation. With the next inhale, come back to the center. Let's take the feet towards the back, come to tabletop. Press the mat away from you with your hands, and then untuck the toes, and then begin to tap the feet. And release. Okay, tuck the toes this time, and then send the hips back and then forward, back to tabletop. Send the hips back and forward. Inhale, Exhale. So stay strong on your arms. Try not to collapse and lose that, the strengthening. So we want to press the mat away from us. Fingers are spread. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale. A few more times at your own pace. Okay, let's do one more and then come back to tabletop. Okay, back to tabletop. Then you press into the mat with your toes, untuck the toes and then press into the mat and really feel the belly. So you're using big, nice belly breathing. As you inhale, belly expands. Exhale, belly contracts. Inhale, exhale. One more, inhale. Exhale. And release. Okay, let's move the hips from side to side. Nice. So now we're going to bring the chest down and lift up. So we inhale as we go down and exhale as we lift up. But with that exhalation, we'll tuck the toes and send the hips back. Okay, so we inhale as we come to tabletop, bring our chest down, exhale, bring the hips back. Inhale, exhale. So do a few more of these at your own pace. And with the next exhale, stay where the hips are reaching down towards the heels, and then walk the hands forward. And then relax the chest down, forehead meets the mat, and take a few nice long deep breaths here. Let go of any tension that may have built up in your shoulders or your arms. And rising back up to tabletop. So take the feet out about mat distance apart, and then lift the knees, and then come down to squat. Let's bring the palms together. Bring the hips up about knee, aligning it with the knee, and then bring it back down. Lifting up and bringing it down. So let's synchronize it with the breath. Inhale as we lift up. Exhale, we bring it down. Inhale as we lift up. Exhale, we bring it back. Let's do two more. Inhale. Exhale. Last one, inhale. and exhale. And let's bring the knees back down, back to tabletop. Send the right leg back and then press into the ball of that right foot. Nice calf stretch here. You're sending that right heel down towards the mat. And release. Send the left leg back, coming onto the ball of the left foot. Press that left heel down. Staying present with the stretch. Nice. Bring the knees back together and then see if you can roll up this way. Right? So you're on the balls of your feet. Bring the hands to heart center. And we're going to stand up with an inhale and then come back down into this posture with the exhale. This will be very tricky because our heels are off the mat. Inhale, rise up. And you can release the heels down. Exhale, slowly bringing the knees back down and lifting the heels off the mat. Inhale, we rise up. Exhale. You can do a few more at your own pace. Find your drishti. So we always want to focus on something in front of us, so that we can stay with the movement. And because if I'm looking all over the place, I'm going to lose balance, right? So this is how we practice stillness, bringing the body to observe on the object that you've chosen. And this way it helps you to find balance. You begin to experience stillness. And if any of you find it very difficult to do this, you could stand here and bend into your knees and then lift the heels up and then come back to standing. Maybe do this a few times. And then over time, make your way down. Very nice. Now, you notice my hands were at the heart center. We'll take the arms up when we come up, and then hands come to heart center when we come down. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 3 more at your own pace. Again, the option to stay here. When you're done with the third one, come back down to tabletop. Let's take the knees out wide. Bring the hips down towards the heels. Come to wide-legged child's pose. Release the chest and the forehead down towards the mat. Take a few nice, long, deep, relaxing breaths here. Send some love towards your toes, your lower legs, your upper legs, for giving you the strength to go up and down. rising up. Let's bring the knees back together. Send the feet towards the side and then forward. Bring the legs forward. Extend both legs in front of you. Take a nice long deep breath here. Take the arms over the head. And as you exhale, folding over. So grab onto the outside of your feet and then pull yourself forward as much as you can. Your knees can be slightly bent. And then begin to release the chest down on top of the thighs. With the next inhale, coming back to center. And as you exhale, arms come down. Take the hands forward and taking your time, slowly come down on the mat. And once you're down on the mat, draw the right knee towards the chest. Extend through the left leg. Bending into that left knee, place that right ankle on top of the left thigh. Draw the left knee towards the chest. Roll the shoulders back and down, using your biceps to hug that left knee a little bit closer. And let's cross that right leg on top of the left, so the knees are somewhat aligned, and then grab onto the outside of both feet. So if this is challenging and we're not able to grab the feet, just cross your leg and stay here for a few breaths. And relax. Extend through the right leg. Draw the left knee towards the chest. Bending into the right knee, place the left ankle on top of the right thigh. Draw the right knee towards the chest. Let's continue the practice of stillness. Cross the left leg over the right, grab onto the outside of both feet. Coming to cow face legs, laying down. So maybe you want to stay here. or lift up a little bit, and then maybe you can find some stability in hugging the bottom leg, or maybe staying here. And release. Extend both legs in front of you. Your arms are resting alongside your body, but the palms are facing down. With an inhale, send the legs up. And as you exhale, slowly release the feet back down, taking your time. We'll do about 4 more of these. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, releasing it down. Mindfully staying with the movement. Inhale, legs go up. And exhale. Inhale, lift up. 2 more. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. And exhale. And relax your feet. Take a deep breath in through the nose. And exhale, let it out. Let's draw both knees towards the chest. And drop the knees to the left side by pushing the hips to the right. Take the gaze out to the right shoulder. Go a little deeper into this twist. You can cross that right leg over the left. And returning back to the center. Uncross, cross that left leg over, or actually stack the knees on top of each other as you bring the the knees down towards the right. You also can go into a deeper stretch if you want to by crossing that left leg over the right. Take the left arm out to the left side, take the gaze towards the left shoulder. So make sure you're breathing at ease in these spinal twist posture. So you want to maybe expand the belly more than usual, or maybe you're comfortable with your natural breathing, but just do observe and do what's right for you. And let's come back to the center. Draw the knees towards the chest and curl up into a nice ball, bringing the forehead towards the knees. And release the head back down. And let's get ready for Shavasana. Extend both legs in front of you. Take the feet away from each other. Arms come out to the sides. Take a deep breath in through the nose. And exhale with a sigh. And begin to fully let go if there's anything else that is still blocking you from letting go. This is your moment. Let all that go. And fully surrender to letting go of the weight of your body. Trust the earth underneath your body to hold your body weight. Begin to feel safe and secure in that knowing. As you find stillness in your body, let's bring the mind also to stillness. Bring the awareness to the rise and fall of your belly and chest with each inhale and exhale. Visualize an ocean. Imagine the rise and fall of your belly as the waves. Underneath the waves, notice how still the water is, just like you. The waves keep crashing. But underneath the ocean, you see who you are. You find stillness. If your mind begins to wander, just notice that it has wandered and come back to noticing the waves on the top of your body, just like the waves in an ocean, and noticing the stillness underneath. Begin to bring the awareness back into the room that you're in. Notice the sounds around you. And begin to wiggle your toes, your fingers, and taking your time, turn to one side and come up to a seated position with your eyes closed. Let's bring our hands to heart center and chin towards the chest. Take a moment to honor your body. Find gratitude towards your body for showing up for the practice today. And take this moment to also honor the stillness within you. Thank you so much for being a part of this practice. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale with a sigh. Release your hands down and flutter your eyes open. Thank you everyone for joining. I will see you next time.